everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a more in-depth explanation of the What About Us routine. I'm mainly going to be doing it through the first group's perspective, since the second group, for a vast majority, is just a repeat of what the first group does. So to begin, I don't want to waste any time, we're going to start in first position. Your left hand is going to be at the bottom stopper, and your right hand is going to be kind of where the silk meets the flag. It's going to be completely vertical at a 90-degree angle, and it's going to be very strong. You want to have a very strong position when you're spinning. You want to look prideful and like you're excited to perform. So the first group is going to actually start the routine. It's going to be the blue flags. We're going to start by bringing the flag into a right slam. So it's going to be 1, 2. All you're doing is bringing the flag down. You're going to mainly do this with your right hand, and the left hand's just going to come up. So we're going to start from the beginning, and I'm just kind of going to go through what the beginning of the song looks like. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So essentially all I did was bring the flag from up to the side, back up again, over to my left, up again, and then back to the right. When you're doing this and you're falling into like a right slam, the pull should be cutting across your chest. It should be very strong and more high up than you think on your body. So then after you do that, you're going to go into your cones. For me personally, when I do my cones, I like to have my left hand kind of palm up so I can see my fingers kind of grasped around the pull. So it's going to look like that. And then I like having my right hand flipped so the knuckles are facing up. So basically, I feel like cones are very simple, yet it's kind of hard to comprehend if you're not familiar with color guard. So basically what you're doing is wherever the silk is going to show what hand has more dominance. So right now my silk is on the ground, so my right hand, which is closer to the silk, is going to have more power. With my right hand is going to shoot the flag out in front of me and make a big circle. When I'm doing this, my left hand is essentially going to follow, and it's going to cross over the right. You will be doing your cones correctly if your hands are crossing over each other. So the first cone is very short. It's 1, 2. The main thing to pay attention to is if your hands are crossing over each other and if you're making a nice circle. You should be able to have your silk kind of just loop around itself, so when you shoot it out, it should just come right back in. Okay, so after the first cone, it's going to be the exact same thing, except it's going to be longer. So the first cone was 11, 12, and this cone is 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's essentially the very beginning chunk of the routine. The blue group is going to go first, 16 counts, and then they're going to hold themselves like this for 16 counts as the red group does what they just did. Okay, after that is going to be the pull hits. I'd like to warn you that mine are not going to be too good today because it is raining out and my silk is very heavy. Essentially, the blue group is going to go first again. For a pull hit, all you're doing is pulling the flag on both sides. So your left hand's going to be up higher on the silk. I see a lot of people bring it too close together. If your hands are this close, you're not going to be able to get the force to do the full rotation. So it's absolutely critical that you keep your hands very far apart on the flag. Your right hand should be kind of near where the silk meets the pull. So when you do this, all you're doing is pulling on both sides, okay? And it's going to be equal force on both sides. If you're not doing an equal force, you're not going to get that flag to land nicely in your hands. So it's going to be 2 counts, and all you're doing is 1, 2. Now the main goal is to be able to whip it hard enough that you're able to catch it with 2 hands at almost the same time. If you can get it at the same time, that's phenomenal. So that's the main goal when you're doing it, that you're getting a 360 rotation and you can actually catch the flag with both hands at the same time. So the blue flags are going to go first. It's going to be 1, 2, and then they're going to hold like this again. They're only doing 1. They're going to wait. The red group is going to go. The blue group is going to go again. Another 1, 2. They're going to wait till the red group copies them. And then after that, everyone together is going to do 2 pull hits. So it's going to look like 1, 2, there are 3, 4, and then everyone together is 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So after everyone does that, it's the exact same thing repeated. So the blue group is going to once again start with 1, 2. Red group is 3, 4. together, everyone is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. So now everything together should look like this overall. You're going to have the flag go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1, 2. Next group is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then that part is going to repeat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, you're doing really good, and you've just done the pull hits. This is going to be the first toss in the routine, and I think it's actually the only toss in the routine. However, it's very important that you learn this toss. If you decide to do color guard in high school, this toss is very important. It's called the J toss, and essentially what you're doing is just flipping the flag up. So your left hand is going to be higher up on the pole, should definitely not be close to the silk, should definitely be further up. Your knuckles are going to be facing up. You're going to see your knuckles and not your fingernails. Then your right hand is going to be on the silk, kind of near the middle. You should feel cheaters on the inside of the flags that should help guide your hands. So this part is really critical, and I've seen a few kids struggle with it. What you're doing is you're pushing down with your left hand, and your right hand is just going to naturally follow what your left hand is doing. So when you shoot down with your left hand, the right one's naturally going to go up. So the left hand is actually not going to be with you this entire routine. So when you shoot the left hand down, when you get about vertical, you're actually going to kind of let go of the flag and let the right hand continue your rotation. So overall, it's going to kind of look like this in your hands. Okay? Once the flag is at kind of about a 90 degree angle, maybe 95, a little slanted, you're going to want to pop it up and release it. And on its own, the flag is going to continue the rotation. A J toss is going to be about 4 counts. You're going to actually toss on 2, and you're going to catch on 4. So, sorry if this is bad. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're going to be doing. Don't be too afraid right now about the rotations or how high you're getting it. Focus on getting the hand movement down, getting the strength and the confidence in the toss. So yeah, if you have any questions on that toss, feel free to contact one of the coaches and ask them to just kind of come to the corner with you and help you get through it. Once you get the hands down, you're going to be okay. The next thing that we're doing is a circle. This move's pretty easy. It's 6 counts. So you've just caught your J toss, and the silk is going to be on the right side, and your pull and the stopper is going to be on your left side. Your left hand is going to be kind of glued to your pelvis this entire time, and your right hand is going to do a majority of the work. Your right hand is going to shoot your flag down in front of you. It's going to sweep the floor, and you're going to bring it up and make a circle. Now instead of just ending back where you started, you're going to loop it off to your side like this. So the flag is going to be going to your left. So overall, it is going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So the main thing to remember is that your left hand is not doing a lot of the work, but your right hand is guiding the motion of the flag. Okay? So once you get your circle done, you're going to go into a drizzle. The drizzle is going to be 4 counts, and all you're doing is bumping your silk up and down with your right hand. It's the same concept where your left hand is pretty much glued to your hip the entire time, and it's essentially just going to stabilize your flag. So if we take it from the circles, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So if we take it from there, we're going to go to the boxes. Once again, if you have any questions on the circles or the drizzle, feel free to contact a coach. We'll gladly work with you. You'll be able to get those down pretty quickly. So now I have to go on. With the drizzle, when you finish it, we're going to go into the boxes. So you're going to bring your flag up like this. Okay? It's going to be 16 counts. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the main thing to note is that when the flag is up, the silk is on the right side of my body. It comes down. When I bring it down, the flag is still on the right side of my body. All you're doing with your hands is just moving them. There's nothing complicated to boxes. These are slow ones too, so it's going to be 2 every time you move the flag. So that's pretty self-explanatory. If you have struggles on it though, it's okay. But yeah, so then once you finish your boxes, I gotta take them from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay? So you're ending with the flag pretty much vertical. It's going to be a 90-degree angle, kind of like your starting position. Instead of keeping like this, you're going to slant it down, kind of like in a seatbelt position. The flag is still going to be on the right side of your body and the stopper on the left. And now we're going to be doing groups of cones. I already kind of went over cones, but mainly the bottom. So I'm just going to focus on the top one for a second. So your right hand is still going to have power because that's the side that the silk is on. So it's going to be doing more of the moving. But essentially, you're just going to be making a circle at the top. Your left hand is kind of going to be stirring it at the bottom. It's also going to make a circle too. It's just not going to be as exaggerated as the one that your right hand is doing. It's going to be more focusing on pushing the flag out. Okay? And then once again, make sure that your arms are crossed when you are doing this move. So for the cones in this routine, it is going to be slow cones and then 2 sets of fast cones and then slow cones and then 2 sets of fast cones. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then it's going to happen again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if you notice, like pay attention, it's going to be a fast cone. It's going to be 2 fast cones are going to be equivalent to slow cones. So slow cones, it's going to be 4 on the top and then 4 on the bottom. And then for fast cones, it's going to be 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. So when you add that all together, they're going to end up equaling out because you have 2 sets of the fast cones. But just remember that we're going to do slow and then fast, fast, slow, fast, fast. If you have any questions on cones, feel free to ask a coach. I know that cones are kind of difficult for some people to get because they're not used to moving their hands in this kind of way, which is completely okay. But someone will be more than happy to work with you on the side. So essentially, after the cones, both groups are going to do this with the flag. This move we call like row the fish, scoop the boat. No, scoop the fish, row the boat. And all you're going to be doing is shooting the flag behind your body. This one's kind of hard to comprehend if you have never done color guard before. I know it took me a bit to get. So with your right hand, it's just kind of going to be like making a circle almost, like all the way around. Kind of like that. And your left hand is just going to be following the flag behind the side of your shoulder. So from this angle, the right hand's making a circle, the left hand's scooping the flag behind you. Okay? And then when you do it on the other side, which we're not exactly doing right off the bat for some groups, it's the exact same concept. One hand is going to be making a big circle, and the other one is kind of just making the motion stable in a way. But essentially, one group, I believe the blue group, is going to only do 1, okay? The red group is going to continue it on. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For the red group. For the blue group, you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to be holding your flag like in like a seatbelt. Once again, kind of like a right slam. All you're going to do is walk in a circle as the person in the right group is doing the other row the boat, scoop the fish. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. When you finish, you're going to complete your cycle of rowing the boat and scooping the fish. So that person has the ability to do the grabbing their flag and walking around it. So you're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be what the blue group does. The red group, you're going to go like this. And you're only doing 1 at the end. Because the blue group only had to do 1 in the beginning, well, they got to do 2. So that role is going to switch, which is kind of hard to discuss over camera, but over time this is going to make more sense. When both finish, their flag is going to be horizontal to the ground, like to the ground, parallel if you will. They're going to bring the flag up and down to the floor. You're going to bring your hand up and then bring it back down. This part of the routine is really powerful and really emotional, so you really need to sell it to your audience. So when you put the flag down, you can kind of slam it down a little bit to the floor. You can dramatically bring your hand up, clasp it, and bring it back down. And that's the end of the group routine. Sorry if this video wasn't perfect. I hope it helps some of you at least. If you have any questions, feel free to contact one of the coaches. Can't wait to see you at practice. Have a good one, guys.